Hi, Scorpio. All right, welcome to this place if you are new here. And welcome back if you're returning. So, Scorpio. Firstly, in addition to the thanks, I have a double thanks. Your conversation last month, what I thought was very powerful. I feel like something helped facilitate pushing out of an energy, right? It's like getting a thorn out. Like allowing something to just go, right? Letting go. Letting go. Right? And I'm seeing the word receptivity. Very receptive. Okay. So one side of your map is kind of heavy. That's what I see. One, if you can split it in half four different ways, but like one side I think is heavy. Man, Scorpio, it's interesting, especially Scorpio rising, but as an overall energy with Libra in the South Node in the 12th house, that's really powerful energy. It's removing, because those are our hidden enemies. How we deal in relationships, the relationships we've had, like, it's letting go of, again, so many things. Because Mars in Aries, or the North Node in Aries in the 6th house is basically like, I accept my karma, I accept my destiny. Not that they don't understand that they have power in it, because they do. But there are some things that we just have to be like, well, I don't know, and I'm cool. I heard it, and I'm cool with that. Now, transitorily, Sun, Venus, and Mars, Sun, Venus, Mercury is sitting up in the house of learning. It's in the divine masculine energy, if you will. But I like that it's softer in Cancer. It's, I guess it's more matriarchal. Is that a word? So a person's feeling better about what they're learning. They're feeling better about, this could be at work, like small groups of people are also really helpful right now. I don't know if this is who you work with, or if there's a class or some kind of, again, like small group you're a part of. It's pretty enlightening. Yeah, this month is about learning something from somebody else through, I don't know if it's just their expression or if it's literal, like teaching. I do think this month is a little teetering. If you're in the closer to the Arctic, I find most Scorpios don't like it when it's too hot. So maybe you get more of your energy like halfway through the day. Or one would prefer it to be quiet and simple. Huh. Okay, you have these groupings of cards. Let's jump into those and see what's up. There's like a group over here. There's 5 cards, and then we have a little path of two steps, and then we land over here. Let's see what this is about. Hold on. It's kind of hard to read. Why is that? Well, let's see the path just for good measure. Two of Wands and the Four of Cups. And where's it go? The Seven of Pentacles. I heard someone's trying to find their way. But they're torn. Again, like one side's heavy. Or like there's more on one side. There's more on one side. Let's see. I want these like in a group so it makes a big picture. I want to see the big picture. I don't want to... I heard someone wants you to be happy. Scorpio. Oops. Let's see. This King of Swords is pretty powerful. Okay. Good. So some kind of insecure. So someone accepted something. Are they like... They realize they can't do something about something. So someone's come to a conclusion. That's the point. They're not trying to like fiddle with it so much that it becomes nothing. It's like leave it alone, right? Don't keep poking the... Why her don't keep poking the bear. Let's see. Hold on, Scorpio. Yeah, someone's getting their power back through patience. Through discipline. I saw the Saturn energy too. I don't know if this is natally or transitorily for you, but there's something about being, because that's the being the disciple, right? It's disciplining yourself. Yes, I want to strangle that person, but no, I'm not going to. Doesn't even have to go over all the repercussions. It just knows that that's not right to do. It's very simple. It's like that easy, whether big or small. It's like, okay. You know, I want to go surfing, but right now the current is so strong that I would die. The current is, the waves are too strong. I'm not going to test myself just so I can hurt myself. Do you know what I mean? Like, I heard it doesn't have to go to such extremes. No, and maybe Saturn has been pulling at your mind or something. Did we talk about this before? Like Saturn in the second house or the third house. It's where... Because this person wants to figure it out. What do you do in excess? Like what do you... How are you excessive? Which I guess is a habit, right? When we do something without thinking, that's habitual. And if it's not something that we need, then it's a habit. Let's see, Scorpio. Turn him around. You got it. So someone's thinking about love. Oh, this has a little bit of the reading last month. Hold on. I want to try to shift out of that. Oh, didn't we talk about this? The energy might be a little funky until August. Did we talk about this? Like an undercurrent energy. Not necessarily, I heard consciously. Interesting. Because the physical world is pretty, this Knight of Pentacles, steady. That's your main earth energy. Someone has to test themselves, like prove themselves. I don't know if they feel like they gotta prove themselves or they want to prove themselves. Someone's sun is also, their sun, I see Sun, Saturn, and Pluto. Those three? So someone wants freedom. They have freedom? But it's almost as if they have every opportunity, but they're like, I don't know. Cancer had this card. Someone's observing. Someone's very observational. They're observing. I can't tell if it's like, what's up with her? Nine of Swords. So someone wishes they could be like somebody else? The Fool. That's foolish. Don't be somebody else, be yourself. Fool. Again, Nine of Swords. I think there's a part of someone that says, I can't. And maybe that's true in certain areas. Like, I don't know if this is, I'll leave it like that. But I think the can't, now the way I'm feeling it, is like sometimes a person just won't step into something or towards something. Because they don't really, because technically this is going in the past. So someone's looking at all their accomplishments and it's like not enough. Let me read Ceres too. So Ceres is in Capricorn right now. It's going to be in Capricorn all year, from January 8th until, what day was that? From the 8th of January until the 3rd of December. This is sextiling you, so it's an easy conversation. I just saw the Serpent of Pallas. So when Ceres is in Capricorn, you can think about your house if you're aware of this. Let's read from Demetra George. She does a lot of work with the goddesses. Okay, we're going to read it straight. It says Ceres in Capricorn is going to identify nurturance, pardon me, with achievement. Nurturing others takes the form of teaching them to be responsible for themselves, as well as giving them practical tools that they can use to succeed in the outer world. Self-acceptance is derived from tangible accomplishments that the individual attains through his or her own efforts. Imbalances occur when the person equates feeling loved with how well he or she is performing in the world, or how their play is going, if you will. Cancer read this twice, so let's read it again. Self-acceptance is derived from tangible accomplishments that the individual attains through his or her own efforts. So I guess when the tangible accomplishments a person doesn't feel good about them, then they're not accepting themselves within that creation. And then I see again, to be responsible, organize his or her time, and to carry out plans that would lead to the accomplishment of specific goals. So what are your goals right now? As an individual, you started out with the King of Swords, right? That's a pretty clear, that's a big, clear conversation, because once that conversation is had, I see that the plan in some ways someone's starting to create around that, put more, because this is the practical part of things, right? The mental, the mental realm. Then we move into the realm of spirit or imagination, creativity, and start imagining like what it could be. But it's not tripping about the time, because then this is where we have Pluto and Saturn energy. Why do you think you were born this time, Scorpio? What do you think, or what do you think your lesson is all about? Someone's definitely working with Pluto and Saturn energy way better, and whatever your sun sign is, that's also something that's becoming brighter. I also see the 8th house being highlighted as a positive thing. But when we come back around with Mars transiting your 7th house and Uranus being there for the last 7 years, it's tricky with other people. It's like people could come in and out randomly. I guess I heard other people could be shocked by your healing. You know what I mean? Because again, you change all the time. And I guess accepting that change, the changes, whatever they are, and I feel like for you, it's always psychological, internal, right? Mental, emotional. I mean, sometimes the physical world has turned upside down, right? And we don't need that or want that anymore, right? 8 of Swords, no, that's a cycle that we don't need to, right? Go swimming in the ocean when the waves are torrentious. Okay. Have patience with your family. Who is this? Salvador Dali that took the people and like the naked people and like made it into like a skull? Is that Salvador Dali? That's what I'm seeing, is like these different people in their own positions, right? But they're all working together, and that, when you back up to see the big picture, that's what you see, is like this big, not necessarily a skeleton, but just, I mean, that's down to the bone of it, which is the reality, right? That's Saturn. Is like, So who are you working with right now? Like, I heard who's your ride or die, like in ways of your homies or your homegirl. Like, because someone's really on their own trip here. Nice. 3 of Swords in the reverse. High Priestess, 4 of Pentacles. Good. So that just turned around so easily. Can you see this? Hold on. Watch this. It's like I don't even have to touch it much to just turn it around. That 3 of Swords, which is more Saturn energy. Saturn and Pisces is right here. You're steady with that. You're steady with that, but you just have to... Well, this is being 4 of Pentacles is being responsible. for your own energy. And since the debilitation of the signs on either side of you, Scorpio, is Mars and Mars and Mercury, you can, it's what we talked about last month. It's like having a hard, the mind can be so mean. Your mind can be so mean. I don't know, however this comes about other people, but it all is a reflection back into yourself, right? It's so hard to reprogram that thing. Yeah, someone's observing. They're watching someone do something. And I guess a part of this might be like, well, no, I heard, no, that's not for me. And then I also feel like there's another part where that repeats, where it's like, oh, that's not for me. But it's something that a person could achieve, but they're missing a feeling of emotional security around it. So watch where you're saying, when you say, I can't. This Uranus and Taurus, I feel like I'm gonna make extended readings this month because I have some extra time, but Uranus and Taurus is a really big thing. We're gonna talk about that. Your family's gonna help with money? Your family helps with money? It's like someone has a plan. Again, they've put creative energy around it. It's kind of like a portal. What's this about? The Nine of Wands. It's like you can't go in until it's ready. This is guarded. And I heard someone say, you can't hurt me. Six of Cups. The past? Oh, someone may be putting the cart. I don't know if it's exactly the cart before the horse. Death. Twice now. Again, we mentioned this. The energies, you'll get your energy back in August. So I guess July, not that there aren't things, you just want to be steady this Knight of Pentacles. You want to be steady. It's not ultimately just taking care of the basics, but I feel as if that is important because, okay, some of the things that feel a little bit it's almost like I heard, we're having the same conversation. This is the same conversation. That's what makes it boring. So it's kind of like, all right, we're talking about that friend. Oh, we're talking about that person, whoever they're dating. We're talking about, oh, I said I'm going to exercise, but then they never exercise and then talk about how they don't exercise. It's just like, I'm going to start doing this every day, and then like person just talks about it, but they don't do it. It's like, or it's just they see other people doing things and they're inspired by that, but they're like, why don't I have the energy for it? It's like, well, getting down on somebody else or yourself isn't going to help the situation. It's not going to open up this portal of whatever this is what I'm seeing this as. Is like, you can't, you know, there's a timing. There's a timing with this. And again, we already talked about it, August. So I heard be grateful for your family. Capricorn, Sagittarius. Oh, look, you can go to Cancer's reading because they were talking about moving this piece, doing something differently, right? Cancer comes before you in a way. Then after them is you. So if you go to their reading, you're going to understand more about what the layer of this, I guess. How much are you smiling? Yeah, that's really important. That's really, really, really important. Okay. I heard every day's the same. Page of Cups. Well, how can you switch it up? How can you switch it up? Ace of Wands, yeah. Think about it creatively. How can you switch it up? Right, if the Hierophant is the structure, which he's happy with it, he's grateful for the structure, that it's not falling down. Do you know what I mean? And that's I think one of the hardest things for Scorpio with Uranus through Taurus energy is where you feel like, because most of life has been shaky, right? And it's almost like it's not as shaky, or even if it gets shaky, like a person doesn't respond in the same way, you know, which is maturity, and it's a good thing. But it's still got this undercurrent of how to change without being, I heard this, like, extreme. Did we talk about this before? Shifting softly, right? Was that when we did the watercolor? Changing softly. And I guess now is granting you some time to think about your one-on-one relationships, how you problem solve, like the games that you're playing. See Cancer more for that. This is about work and your day-to-day. You're supposed to think about that. Like if there's something where you're like, I heard if the shiny's wearing off, I heard you don't need to worry. You just need to, like, go outside and play. You know, maybe just someone's taking things too seriously. And they need to have some fun, like some healthy fun. Because what comes after this is the Star. There's something about this year to next year too. I don't know if it's like a 6 month or a 6 month or a year process. Oh, this couple is so happy. These people are so happy. All right. I think we're going to leave that like that. Yeah, if you're still here, thank you. I hope you have a wonderful Cancer season or whenever you arrive. If you are over on Patreon, if you're a timeless traveler or a wild walker, The extended will be over there. Okay. And you are going to have this big leap. We just talked about this on Motivational Mondays. It's like, I'm seeing that through the signs, which is cool. And what's backing the energy, because I think something's just trying to come to the center, right? It's that one side. See, this one side is too heavy. There's a lot, or rather, it's just a lot going on over here. So it's almost like we have to lean, right? Sometimes it's lean into, sometimes it's pull back a little bit. But I guess there's a deeper understanding with that too. Some creative projects too, side note. Your creative projects have kind of been like wobbly, or they've just been in your imagination. Could also start getting more structure around them. And particularly, I want you to be easy, because this year, next year, you'll have to put in the regular amount of work to get things done, just like regular life things. But you're not supposed to, like, how do I see it? Well, I guess we'll talk about that next year. We're not there yet. So let's just be in the now. Right? Just right here, right now. Right? Didn't we just talk about this? You are here. How many times have we said that? Didn't we talk about this? Didn't we talk about... So again, the Four of Cups is like, we've had this conversation before. Not to say that this is irrelevant, but that we're able to, I guess, reference now. It's not something so random. Ace of Swords. Okay, I guess that's the end of the reading. Thank you for being here. I hope this was helpful. And, yeah, I'll see you when I see you. Peace.